to see everyone.
Good. How are you doing?
Hello.
Matt, congratulations. I love this series. Like,
Amazing.
this is so much fun. I mean, my question for you, Matt, is there's always kind of, it starts an idea and then you develop, an animated series and then you see it come to life, right? The colors, the design, the characters. What was that process like for you specifically with the Haunted Hotel?
I mean, there's so many aspects to that question. I started writing this in one version like 6 or 7 years ago, and it went through a bunch of iterations before it entered production here, which, of course, at first was casting it. So that was amazing, seeing it come to life even just as a radio play with these guys. At every step, it's just been cool and mind-blowing. When we got the first animated cuts back with the characters moving in color, it almost felt wrong to me because I'd been used to seeing it in storyboards, like the jerky version. Just seeing it look real, like something you'd see on TV, was shocking. But then I got used. It's not wrong. It is. That's how it's supposed to look.
It's been absolutely. A trip. Eliza, good to see you.
Oh, good to see you too.
I find it interesting, right? Because, one of my favorite things about animated comedies is like all the characters, like so many characters. So I'm just wondering, even before even kind of voicing your character, like what was that like seeing those scripts, seeing that world Matt created, like all those different characters? That's one of my favorite things about this show.
Oh, it was, what was it, probably that first or second episode? When was I have the big speech with we're having a town meeting.
Oh yeah, the pilot.
That was the pilot.
That's in the first one. Yeah.
I remember reading that and being like, oh my God, there's just endless, infinite opportunities of different characters, different voices, different things. And of course my brain was going to, could I do Catherine and one of the ghosts and do a voice for the ghost and do just all the different things that were, because that's just the most fun. That's like as a kid, that's why I became an actor, to be able to just jump and be all these different people and characters and voices. And so this world has all of that. There's no lack of diverse, funny, brilliant characters.
So many characters, absolutely. Jimmy, good to see you.
Hey, brother.
And I did want to kind of ask, because it's all storytelling at the end of the day, but I'm wondering, is it a completely different mindset preparation-wise, something like voicing something like this compared to live action, or is it kind of similar a little bit? Obviously, you're in a booth, you know what I mean? You're not with so many people, but it is storytelling. But how different is it compared to live action for you?
For me, it's hugely different, and it took me a while to really wrap my mind around the fact, because you are so isolated in this booth, and that it's kind of my job and the creator's job to have a connection, a deep connection that's a little bit more, emotionally intimate and artistically intimate than even normal, because what you're doing is you're having two ideas that you can't see, and you're sending them off into space to then be articulated with this vision. And so it can be isolating, but like I've been saying, Matt kind of flipped that whole script. He's so accessible, and he's also so invested. The story has come from within for so long, so anything you want to know, he has it. So that's to me what really makes the experience of recording a character for a show just infinitely more artful, is like having someone like Matt there. You were there every single time. And you ask him about building it, and every single thing he had to figure out. So I don't know how he had the bandwidth to be there in the room, but that changes everything.
Andy had
that's
two
a good
kids in
segue
the
to
middle
my last. Well, Matt, I just wanted to kind of ask super quick,
Yeah.
the conversations with your voice actors, right? They're gonna be happening, but when do they happen the most? Do they happen before they're actually in the studio recording? Do they happen during? When do those conversations happen?
They happen throughout. I think they happened more early on when we were trying to find the characters, because I think the process needs to be a collaboration between the first thing I heard in my head and the first thing they heard in their heads. And I think it landing somewhere in the middle, maybe even more toward their side, is going to lead to the best product. And I think in the early records, those are the points that are kind of almost scary for me. I feel like maybe you guys in your role finding it, but that to me, it's the black box of do we have it yet?
Right.
Because I think we could get there, but we're not there yet. But so it's a conversation of try and align several ways, and oftentimes because we had the time for it with those early records, we would record most of the script and then realize like, oh, we just kind of found it.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're going to go back to the beginning and do
Yeah.
it that way
that's
now.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just, being very mindful and present for, the whole thing, I think just leads to a great product.
Absolutely. And September 19th, rolled on Netflix. That's the
Yeah.
Haunted Hotel.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
can't wait for people to check that out. Matt, Eliza, Jimmy, so great chatting with you all. Thank you so
You
much for your
too.
time.
You too.
brother.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, man.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.